Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from this month's sponsor, Ethico.
In the delicate arena of compliance, every conversation matters. Traditional methods can leave callers feeling unheard, but Ethico changes the game. Our empathetic interview technique reshapes compliance calls into powerful, compassionate interactions, ensuring no crucial detail is missed. It's about creating a conversation that matters, that resonates, that makes a difference. Be the change in your compliance approach. See the transformation for yourself at ethico.com/CPN. Book a demo, try our free ROI calculator, and explore the white paper by Tom Fox, The ROI of Compliance.
The Daily Compliance News for April 19, 2024, the Thrower Under the Bus edition. And we begin with that story that only a husband could love. Senator Bob Menendez is going to blame his wife in federal court for his alleged corruption. Now, how's that? Or throwing the wife under the bus. No wonder they wanted separate trials and, of course, her grave medical condition. So it's going to be interesting to see if the jury buys it. Good luck. Next up, from the Financial Times, Jillian Tett, in an opinion column on cybersecurity, says that companies must rethink how they handle cyber risks. Why? Because this cyber risks could create many more public shocks. As United Health reported, a $872 million first quarter hit from a cyber attack, and this could double to a whopping $1.6 billion in more headaches for the company. It could force investors and corporate leaders to rethink their relationship with the government on cyber issues and the concept of fiduciary duty in a free market system. Martin Hartman, top security officer at American Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Agency, told an audience that state actors and ransomware teams were locking in on healthcare and other infrastructure. Next up, a very lengthy story in the New York Times on how the compliance officer from Binance, Tigran Gambarayan, has been held in Nigeria for the alleged illegal acts of his country. He was a compliance officer with allegedly no decision-making authority at the operational level, went to try to smooth some things out with the country of Nigeria, and ended up being held in custody there. So, of course, Binance, obviously with $4 billion and plus in fines and penalties, obviously has a huge legal issue to overcome. But when you allow your employees to be imprisoned in foreign countries, it takes it to an entirely new level. Such is the reputation of Binance. And our final story comes to us from the BBC, which reports that police have taken down a gang accused of using technology service to help criminals use fraudulent text messages to steal from victims. On a worldwide arrests, 37 people were arrested. It was basically a very large fishing expedition, and the group defrauded people literally across the world. So always remember, if an email looks suspicious, don't open it. Don't open the attachments. Put it in junk and get rid of it. As I mentioned at the start of this podcast, this month's sponsor for the entire Compliance Podcast Network is Ethico. Have you ever wondered how to show the ROI of your compliance program? Have you struggled with the budgeting process, getting the funds you want for your compliance program? Well, I've partnered with Ethico to put together a white paper on the ROI of compliance, which shows you not only how to demonstrate ROI, but also how to speak finance when you're sitting across from the CFO with your budget proposals. Check out the website and get the white paper. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.